Good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Tonight I'm going to take us through a flow to hopefully relieve a little bit of anxiety. I'm Lindsay Russell. I'm a movement and health coach. This YouTube channel has a lot of really yummy and accessible mobility flows. I'm not a yoga instructor, but I have consumed a lot of yoga content. And I have a background in mobility and strength training, and so time on my mat has been extremely powerful for me. And I really want to help other people find the sense of peace and calmness and knowing that I have found on my mat. And so I'm glad you're here. Let's dive in. I want everyone to start in the seated position that I'm in right now. If this is really hard on your knees with your toes under or on your ankles too, you can go ahead and go up on your toes. That can be a little bit easier. Or if you need to, you can sit in between your knees. But this would be preferable. And I want us to take a couple deep breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Breathe out. You might see a couple kittens around here. Breathe in one last time. And breathe out. My tiny ember girl. Okay, now that we've been able to take a couple deep breaths, I want us to open up, and I want you to open yourself up to whatever you need in this moment. For me, I need to recenter and I need to release some anxiety. So I'm going to open myself up and set that intention for today. All right, so keeping with our deep breaths, I want you to bring in and bring your arms up over your head. And breathe out and bring them back down. Let's do this 4 more times. Breathe in, bring your arms up. Really stretch yourself up here. And breathe out. You guys let me know if I'm going too slow with these breaths. You can let me know in the comments. Sometimes I feel like videos don't give you enough time to breathe. Breathe in. So I really want to take my time with you guys. But if you can't inhale or exhale for the amount of time that I am, that's okay. This is ultimately your practice, just as much as it is mine. And whomever you'd like to share this with too. Last exhale. Feel our shoulders opening up just a little bit. Now to complete, and now to continue opening up our chest, I want us to go and extend our arms back as much as we can. If you have the range, I'd like you to grab your hands together, down by your tailbone, and press them out and away from your body to open up your chest. You can look up. Don't forget to breathe. Ooh, I brought my hands down to my tailbone and I felt a little crack. Felt good. I'm going to do it again. So start with my hands clasped together by my tailbone. If you can't clasp your hands, just hold them down near your hips or your bottom. And I want us all to breathe in and bring our arms up as high as we can, keeping a nice wide chest, so pulling your shoulders out. Ready? Breathe in. So on the exhale, you can bring your arms back down and just really play around with what you're feeling in your body right now. I hold a lot of tension and stress up here in between my shoulders, and so remembering my intention for this, I'm really trying to release anxiety. So what I'm doing to decide our practice today, this is not pre-planned. I'm feeling where I'm holding anxiety, and I'm going to open up those areas. And I'm going to breathe out and try to release any anxiety in there. Sorry, Ember decided to make an appearance. Sweet love. Good girl. Okay. Okay. Another area that a lot of people can hold stress in is their neck. It's very close to the traps and the shoulders. It's very close to this guy up here. So my knees are feeling a little sore in this position after so long. I want us to come cross-legged for our next few movements here. We're going to work our way down the body. I'm going to continue to sit towards the front of my mat. You can sit whatever direction feels good for you. And then we're going to do some cervical spine rotations. So yes, your neck is a part of your spine, and we should really be taking care of our spine. We should really be taking care of our spinal health. So I want you to first just start with tipping your head back. All day we look down at our phone, at our computer, at our kids, at the floor while we clean it, at the counters, at the stove. Rock your head back and forth. You might feel some popping back there. That's okay, just feel into it and remember to release your shoulders down. You might feel them start to creep up. Take your time here, and when you feel ready, I want you to complete a full rotation. Take it nice and slow. Treat your neck with kindness. Don't forget to breathe. Just as much a reminder for you as it is for me. It's one of my toxic traits, I guess, if you will. I forget to breathe sometimes. Alright, turn the other direction if you feel ready. Remember to be gentle. Having my hair up would probably be better for this video, but it feels better with it down, so here we are. Really take inventory of how this feels in your body, in your neck. And now, while we're on that topic, I'm going to start moving my spine in circles, just like I am my neck. Opposite directions for my head and my navel. And I'm also just going to spend some time with spinal rotations. Give your spine some love. If you have any back pain or hip pain or neck pain, it could be from not care of your spine and the things surrounding it. It's amazing what a little gentle movement can do. And I'm feeling a heck of a lot better already. So, friendly reminder to take inventory of why you came here, of what the intention was that you set at the beginning of this video. Go ahead and switch directions on your spinal rotations. I think I already did once. Forgot to tell you. All right. So for me, now I felt a little bit of pressure or tension in my low back, and so I'm ready to start working on that. And so I'm letting you guys know what I'm thinking and doing so that hopefully, I want you to continue watching my videos, but I also want you to be able to navigate through your body and the way that it feels for you when you need it. And so today, like I said, is a live example of how I work through my emotions, my feelings, the discomfort in my body, and I take autonomy over it. So you can too, and that's what I want to show you. So through each of these movements, I'm analyzing what next. Like, I feel really great down to about here. So I'm going to start working on things that will help move energy through this part of my body. So what I want to do first, so I'm either in crisscross, or you can do one leg and foot in front of the other. And I want you to take your right hand and place it on your left knee. This is one of my favorite moves. Put your left hand behind your bottom, about a hand and a half away, and turn and press against your knee. Pull yourself with the hand on the ground. Keep your spine nice and tall, straight, and look over your left shoulder. You might get a little pop there, might need a couple tries. So return to the other side. Left hand on your right knee, right hand back behind your bottom, spine nice and tall, pushing against your knee and pulling yourself around. And you can kind of move your spine too and see how it feels, see what happens for you. And another side. There we go, I got a pop. I hope you got a little release too. Who needs a chiropractor? There we go, I got another one. So feel free to pause the video here if you can. You can keep doing these. I got what I came for, so I'm gonna do one more just to give a little extra love. You don't have to pop either. You do not have to pop. You can just twist. So next thing I want to do, let's turn this way. I want you to come back onto your knees, and we're going to go into child's pose. So bring those hands up above you. Bring your forehead to the ground or your mat. And I like to do kind of an active child's pose where my fingers pull my arms. Not anything too crazy, just a little pull. And now we're going to take 5 deep breaths down here. And I really want you to use your breath to completely expand your entire trunk. So think of a 360 breath. I want it to expand in your trunk forward to both sides and into the back. Okay? Breathe in. Your shoulders. Allow your breath to press up against your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. That was a long exhale. Alright, now I'm going to come from this position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push into the tops of my feet and my shins to push my hips forward and come up over my arms, over my hands. And I'm going to drop my hips to the ground. I like to do a little bend in my elbow and then push myself back up. This is an upward dog. The tops of your feet should be on the mat, and you should lift your legs and your hips and look up. Breathe. And I like to meet on the other side in a child's pose to release. So this is a more passive pose, and that upward dog is more of an active pose. Sometimes I don't want to do anything active, I don't want to get hot, but they really work together well. Doing the active pose can help your body come back to a passive pose like this and relax even further than it was before. It's like never mind. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. So we're gonna come up into upward dog, come over your hands, and come up. Let your hips sink down, but keep them off the ground. Counter it by pushing up through your hands, looking up. And then you can come back down into that child's pose. Sometimes I get some nice release up in my shoulders in this pose. They're a little sore from handstand practice yesterday. Forgot about that. I like to do everything in threes. So we're gonna do one more upward dog. I only wanted to do one, but I knew a couple more would be good for me. And my low back is feeling a lot in that upward dog, and it feels much better after a few. It was really uncomfortable the first one, and it got better. That's why pain doesn't always mean to avoid. Pain is just a signal. Shameless plug, if you haven't checked out a Pretty Perspective podcast already, we actually talk about that topic coming up here in the next couple weeks. Okay, so you can come up and let's face each other. I think I'm going to keep this nice and short. Face each other, and I want you to put the bottoms of your feet together. Your feet can be out wide. They can be close together, whatever you need. I will say, if you are a close together girly, a girly who pulls them in, every once in a while, spend some time with them out. I was watching a yoga video that instructed that, and they said, don't pull them in, just leave them out, see how you feel. And that was really good advice, so I want to pass it on. I'm going to lean forward over my feet here. So biggest thing when it comes to these is I want you to hinge at the hips, okay? If you're finding that your spine is coming with you, that's normal, that's great, but we want to try to keep this, in this specific movement right now, we want to try to keep the spine straight and hinge at the hips, because that's where we're trying to get movement and energy to flow. We'll take a few deep breaths. Get lower with each breath. head fall. Depending how long I stay here, I can usually fold in half after a while, but it can take a couple minutes. Remembering your intention of why you came. Check in with yourself if you've been intentional about that. If not, that's okay. It can take time to keep an intention front of mind for an extended period of time. Everyone can hold that for different levels of time, and your focus can grow. It's quite easy to just keep showing up and believing that it will grow, and it will grow. Okay, that was awesome. That felt so good. That is what my hips needed. I actually let's do pigeon. We're gonna do pigeon really quick, and then I actually want to take you guys through a breathing exercise. And I'm going to try, that's it. So for pigeon pose, if you're still in this position here, take your left foot and bring it to the top of your mat. You can bring that right foot down here, still probably at a 90-degree angle, and then I want you to pull her out back behind you. And go ahead and shift your hips over. Be very careful. You're gonna feel things. You're gonna feel things you maybe never felt before. But that's okay as long as you're being gentle. This is my not as open side. So you'll feel it in your bent leg, your front leg. You'll feel it in that outer hip and the outer thigh, maybe even under the glute. And then in this back extended leg here, you're gonna feel it in that hip flexor. Hi, baby girl. Did you guys see that? It's so adorable. She is so tiny and cute. My other baby boy is sitting in a box in a cubby. It's also really cute. And don't forget to breathe. Here's me reminding you and reminding me. All right, come off that pigeon pose. Recenter your legs at 90 here. We're just gonna switch them over, and we're gonna do the other side. Your leg also doesn't have to be at the complete 90 like mine is. It can come in, but you can work your way to 90 eventually. This is a much easier side for me. Also, if you feel like it, you can come down over your leg if you need to, or if you want to, I mean, you can add to the stretch. I'm liking this because it gives me a little bit more of the hip flexor. I was just thinking about some really random stuff there. Anyways, we're back. Sometimes I like to rock on my hip a little. Again, feel those tendons move. Make sure they know how to move. All right, pigeon pose has been completed. Let's do a couple 90-90 rotations because we're here and it will feel amazing. So place your feet just a little bit outside of hips width. Spread your legs. And go to the left and keep your knees at 90, okay? Go to the left. And then as you pull your right leg over, let it get as far as it can before it pulls the left one with it. You don't have to do that, but it adds a little extra layer and flexibility to your external rotation. Tiny girl, hi baby girl. She wants to snuggle. It's snuggle time. Hi baby girl. Do I see how tiny she is? Hello baby girl. Hello baby girl. Okay, mommy's gonna turn. Sorry. Alright. Let's see how she reacts to this breathing exercise. I'm gonna walk you guys through this breathing exercise, and when I do so, I'm gonna put a block under my tailbone and under my bottom. This can just, I don't know. I'm actually not gonna pretend to tell you the science behind it, but something about bringing your pelvis above your heart, bringing your womb above your heart space, something really interesting happens, and you kind of just have to feel it for yourself. And again, there might be a better explanation out there. Okay, what we're going to do is 4-7-8 breathing. Place your hands however you'd like. You can lay in Shavasana with your hands out to your side, your feet out relaxed. I hope I'm centered here. We're gonna come up a little. You can lay in Shavasana with your hands out to the side and your feet spread out, relaxed. You can also bring your hand to your heart and your womb space, or your stomach, depending who's watching. So the 4-7-8 technique, we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, breathe out for 8. If that sounds scary, I know you can do it, but if you get off of my count, that's okay. Just try to come back to it occasionally and follow the same pattern where you have your exhale be the greatest amount of counts, okay? We're gonna just do this for a little bit, so allow yourself to relax. And here we go. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Breathe out for 8. Again, 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. Relax through your shoulders. Relax through your hips. Relax through your legs. Meet me back at 4-7-8. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 7. Out for 8. I'm going to continue this for just a little bit longer. Feel free to go to your natural breath or to continue this count. Okay. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, move your hands and your feet and your arms and your legs, and slowly bring your legs back to your butt. I'm going to take this yoga block out from under me. I'm going to do it very slowly and gently. Your body deserves gentleness and care, especially those of you who are putting it through hell when you're training. Also, I want to do a little twist because I did have that block under me. I'm going to twist my back. I just like to give the body kind of the opposite of what it just experienced. So this is kind of a little bit of an opposite position for my hips after that long while of being sat upon the block. Alrighty. Come up on your elbows and your hands. Telling you how to get up. Alright. Well, I hope whatever intention you came with, you stuck to and you feel as though you honored that. That 4-7-8 breathing technique is really great for resting, for lowering anxiety, for helping digestion. It's helping your body re-enter the parasympathetic state, which is super important for recovery. Love to hear what other videos you guys would like if you want to plop them in the comments. And if this is helpful, make sure you follow along for some more mobility flows. Share with somebody who could use this anxiety release. And make sure you subscribe so you stay up to date on all the videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.